Hi, got an interesting German beer today. It's not the regular Ritterguts Gose, perhaps the most traditional old Leipziger Gose. It's their Spezial one that is kind of, I guess, hybrid Gose Belgian wit beer. So it uses coriander and salt like usual, but then they add bergamot peel, which is kind of orange peel. And then I also read that they use a lot more hops in this than usual, including Cascade hops, one other American hop too. And it's a little stronger. It's 5.2% reserve. The regular goes is 4.7. For some reason, the Best By date is missing on this, but online it said that they make this once a year. It's usually available in May. Not close to May right now, so I'm wondering if this is going to be an almost year-old bottle, which might be fine, because extra hops for a German Gose does not mean a lot of hops by any means. I didn't even know this existed before looking online today. The local beer sellers list, because I'm still we're doing the online purchasing and pick up that whole shebang, and thought that I'd use a glass. It's kind of like the guys on the label. I don't know what is a traditional Gose glass. And I have not had Ritterguts, the regular one, in a long time. So it was one of my favorite Goses because these German ones are not ultra sour and kind of unpleasant to drink like American ones. They tend to be softer, not quite as dry, not as sour, not too salty. And I think this looks basically like the regular Ritterguts. Some good carbonation. I'm pretty sure it's not natural carbonation. And there's just a tinge, a very, very pale amber tinge to it. Oh, it just smells like a Gose. I don't know, maybe there's a little bit more. Yeah, there's definitely more citrus, almost pininess happening. But it's just regular old barley malt, wheat malt, no dark malt, caramel malt, or Munich malt, or anything in there. Yeah, and it has that lemony, kettle sour bite to it, but it's not quite making my mouth water. Yeah, this tastes very, very grapefruity, very refreshing. And even though it's sour, check out that head retention. Get an Anderson Valley Gose, or a lot of other American Goses, and the head would die down immediately. It has a pretty substantial mouthfeel. And yeah, it does still not quite puckery, but has an effect of, especially with the Cascade hops in there and the bergamot, it all comes together to make like a very grapefruity, near juicy citrus flavor. And the salt kind of adds to a sort of more refreshing finish, almost like you had a Gatorade, but this is way better than Gatorade for sure. It's a pretty big body. I think the salt adds to the body too. It's not like it's ultra carbonated or anything that's keeping the head. I mean, it's well carbonated, but not insanely carbonated, keeping the head going. And yeah, I'm not hearing a bunch of popping of bubbles. When you hear that, and it sounds like you just poured yourself a Coca-Cola, then you know the bubbles are going to die down pretty quickly. This is good. I feel like it's just a kind of an American Gose, or one of these ones that's a little bit stronger, where they add in some extra amounts of things. This one's not that wild. It's just like I got the wheat and it has the bergamot peel in it. It's not as wild as a lot of American Goses that make them into something that's more like a salted American sour. This still tastes pretty traditional, but I feel like it would appeal to American flavors, especially if you like somewhat vaguely hoppy or citrusy sour beers. I'm really enjoying this. This is sort of like a 4.25. Very good beer. I recommend it if you see it around. It doesn't seem old, even though this might be, 10-month-old beer or something like that. Maybe a little less. Oh, and they have a weird little picture of bergamot in there, I guess. And then hops. Except the bergamot is green. Whatever. Give it a try. Bye.